What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to the Kari Band. Yes, indeed, Kari Band fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all those clicks and the likes and the bibbity bob, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This is a request from Sean, and this is actually one of Sean's 3 prioritized requests for the month of January for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Sean. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. Sean wanted to see me react to this song by Kari Band called, hope I pronounced his name right, Chuku. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hang on, I recognize that song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Sean wanted me to, let's see, okay, he just wants me to mention this and put a link for it in the video as well. Not for the video I'm going to be watching, but for a separate video. It's a video of Mikio Fujioka doing the guitar part for this song just a couple of months before his passing. He really brings a special flair to it. As far as I can tell, this is the only video of him playing the song. So I'm not going to be reacting to that video. He said not to react to it. It's the full band he wants me to react to, but this video I'm going to include the link into, as Sean asked me to do. It's for a separate video. If you guys would like to check it out, you're more than welcome to. It is a pretty special video from what I understand. But for the video we're going to be reacting today, this was posted by Kari Band. Yeah, shocking there. And the video has 40,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Chuku. That's all I got. Look, this is the link that Sean gave me, so if this isn't the right video, I don't know what to tell you. So I'm just using what I was given. I'm hoping this is the right thing. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Wait a minute.
What the hell's going on tonight?
No! Wait a minute. Are we in 13/8? Hold on. I think we might be. Let's back all the way up. All the way up. We are! Oh, God! Woo! Oh my god, what a nightmare. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just counting this is a nightmare. But it's a fun nightmare. So the main riff is in 13/8. Oh my goodness. Now, when the solo happens, they're transitioning from 13/8 to it's either 3/4 or 6/4. I'm not sure. My gut's telling me 3/4 is what it feels like for about 3/4 of the solo. And then for the last quarter of the solo, it transitions into a 4/4 time. And then they go right back into 13/8 again, coming out into the main riff. Whoo! A counting nightmare. That is a challenge. Let me tell you right now, playing a song like this is not easy. From a counting standpoint, counting 13/8 at this tempo, you better be on it. You would absolutely better be on it. Wow, man, good stuff. And the soloing was great from both guitar and from bass from Bo. I don't know who the guitar player is, but solid guitar work. Of course, Bo's bass solo. Come on, I'm a bass player. Of course, I'm gonna be far more vested in what he does. Anyway, let's keep this going. This is interesting. This is a lot of fun to count, actually. Oh, nice. Hour 4. Back into 13/8. This is so much fun to count. It really is. Man. Okay, maybe not as complex as this, but when I was in jazz bands, back in my high school days, we would play stuff like this. I remember playing drum. I was playing bass, and our drummer Jim Robinson, man, he could count pretty much anything. I mean, he really could, and he and I would have so much fun playing on odd Odd Time signature songs, man. Jimmy was something special. Let me tell you, he was fun to play with. I really enjoyed playing with him. Great jazz drummer, fantastic jazz drummer. This is bringing me back to those days, man. It really is. I love the improvised iwi setup that the keyboard player has, using that wind pressure valve, I guess is what it. I don't know. I have no idea how that actually works. I know it works. I've seen similar setups where they use a microphone integrated into the keyboard, but seeing that, what they're doing is they're using the keyboard and using that I don't even know what you would call the the breath intake, I guess, to synthesize a electric woodwind instrument, an EWI, an EWI. It was interesting to see that work, man. It was really cool. It's basically the same thing as an EWI. It basically is. It's just it's a keyboard instead of a, clarinet / saxophone looking thing. It looks more like a clarinet, honestly, than it does a saxophone. EWIs typically look more like clarinets, big clarinets, big fancy clarinets with a bunch of wires and cables coming out of it. But those were really cool instruments to see, man. It was really interesting to see the keyboard player have that kind of a setup. It sounded great. It sounded fantastic to boot. The counting is where it's at with this for me, though, man. It really is. I'm digging the hell out of this song. Let's keep going. I'm hoping the sax player does a solo section now. Here we go. unison lines. Woo, man. Oh, that cooked. That cooked. Oh, man. That was fun to listen to for me. I enjoyed that. Yeah, who's the genius who said, let's do the main riff in 13/8? That's what I want to know. Who's the guy who came up with that idea? let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Kari Band with Chuku. This was a request from Sean, and this was actually one of Sean's 3 prioritized requests for the month of January for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Sean. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. This was fun. I can't even hide it. Let's get to the score already. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that a 9.1. Yup, 9.1. You heard me. I didn't stutter. That is the score I feel this song deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. Let's put time signature aside. Just for a little bit, okay? We're gonna come back to it, I promise. But let's put time signature aside for just a little bit. And let's talk about this musicianship that we saw, okay? Everybody, and I mean everybody, outstanding musicianship. I mean, really, really nice solos. Bo's bass solo. I mean, come on, look. I'm a bass player. Of course, I'm going to be kind of partial, to what he did. Some really nice, tasteful playing. Never going too far above. Never being too fancy. I know he can be fancier than that. I know he can. But I feel like if he had gone fancier, if he had gotten more intense, if he had gone faster, I don't know if it would have fit. I think it would have stuck out a little bit. So what he did fit the song perfectly. I absolutely dug it. That keyboard setup really interesting with the wind tube there. Simulating an EWI, an electric woodwind instrument. If you guys have never seen an EWI before, you should check it out. A good place to start would be Steps Ahead. I know for a fact, I've seen them. They're on YouTube everywhere. Look up Steps Ahead Live Japan, Beirut. Dude, that's a great song to start with. If it comes to if you've never heard of Steps Ahead, Beirut, that is a great song to start with. Check that out. Brecker plays an EWI the entire song. Definitely worth checking out if you've never seen an electric woodwind instrument at work before. That was a prototype, actually, that he was playing there. That was a really cool performance. That whole concert's cool. If you're into jazz, man, if you haven't seen that, you need to. It's good stuff. But the keyboard player doing a great job of simulating an EWI with his keyboard. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. The sax player, good Lord, she is something special, man. I dig her. I really do. I dig her style. Brecker comes to mind with her style. Actually, but more than Brecker, Tom Scott. Tom Scott comes to mind with her playing. Charlie Parker, too, to some extent. I really dig her style. Not flying all over the neck, not going all over the place within the scales. I mean, it's not like she's jumping up and jumping down and jumping up and jumping down. She's not arpeggiating all over the place like I hear a lot of other sax players do. She likes to take like a 3 to 4 note range and just work it and work it and work it and work it, and then she moves up to the next 3 or 4 notes and just work it and work it and work it and work it. And man, she makes that saxophone bleed the way that she's working those registers. It's fantastic. I dig that style of sax playing. I really do. Don't get me wrong. I got no problem with sax players who do arpeggiate all over the place. If that's what they want to do, that's fine. But I really like hearing sax players grind and grind and grind. It's fun to listen to. That guitar player, I have no idea who he is, but very tasteful solo. Again, much like Bo, I feel like he could probably do a lot more. I feel like he could probably, just blow the roof off with his guitar. But he kept it reined in. He kept it in check, and he worked within a certain spectrum because he didn't want to go too far out either way. He didn't want to go too crazy, but at the same time, he didn't want to go too simple either. So he kept himself within a range, and very tastefully done, once again. Didn't see a drum solo. You know, if I'm being honest with you, I was kind of hoping we would see one. But then again, the whole song was kind of a drum solo. Now here's where we bring in time. Who's the genius? Who's the maniac who said, let's write a riff in 13/8, and then they did it, and it sounded good? Who's the guy who came up with that idea? Great job. 13/8 for the main riff, and then for the solo sections, 32. I actually counted on the sax solo and on the guitar solo. I actually counted 32 measures of 3/4. So you had 4 8-bar phrases in 3/4, followed by an 8-bar phrase of 4/4, for a total of 5 phrases. Really cool. 40 measures in total. Way to mix it up. Way to mix it up, and way to not let a song become monotonous. If they had stayed in 13/8 for the entire song, don't get me wrong, I mean, that's cool, okay? But after a while, about halfway through, it would probably start to get a little monotonous. It would start to be like, okay, well, what else you got? I mean, don't get me wrong, solos are cool, but from a counting standpoint, it's the same thing, you know? There's no change up. So during the solo sections, switching up to 3/4 for 32 measures, followed by 8 measures of 4/4, I thought that was really cool, man. I thought that was brilliant. The first time I heard it on the bass solo, I was like, wait a minute, hold on, that's not 13/8 anymore, that's 3/4. And then went to 4/4, I almost missed it. I was like, wait a minute, we're not in 3/4 anymore. This is more of a straight ahead groove. This is 4/4. Where did that change happen? And then when they got to the keyboard solo, I was looking for the change. I'm like, okay, there it is. It's gonna happen every time. It's probably gonna happen if we do solos for everybody. So let's count on the sax solo, and that's where I started to count, like measures. Not so much counting, you know, as far as beats per measure go, but counting actual measures and phrases. So that was cool, man. That was fun. It took me back to my high school days, definitely. Had a blast with this song, man. Very well written song. I did another reaction to Kari Band with a song called You Yeah. I do feel like the groove in that song was a little bit better than this song, but this song had the complexity of time. Now, I think I gave You Yeah up in the high 8s, and I'm giving this in the low 9s. I think this is a better written song, but if I'm being honest with you, I think the groove in You Yeah is stronger. So take that for what it's worth. I personally like this song more because it's more fun to count. It's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't so hard that I got lost and I couldn't count. It was just enough to make me think and make me pay attention and make me go, okay, there it is. Oh, we're all right. There. Now there's the transition. You know, it made me think. It made me work a little bit, and I love that. I really do. So, yeah, 9.1. I feel good with that score, and that is where we're going to stay. So, 9.1, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.